The Fentanyl Crisis, presented by Parker Dollins. What is fentanyl? The fentanyl that is widely accepted by society is pharmaceutical fentanyl. This type of fentanyl is used by doctors after surgeries, administered to treat severe pain, and is also used to treat patients who suffer from advanced staged cancer. But the fentanyl that we will be focusing on today is illegal fentanyl. Illegal fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is created illegally in laboratories and then illegally sold for recreational use. This drug is found in two main forms in the United States, which are liquid and powder. This drug is very dangerous because it is taken in very small doses and produces a high similar to heroin. But according to the CDC, fentanyl's effects can be up to 50 times stronger than heroin. Fentanyl is usually mixed with other powerful drugs and is also made into pills that resemble prescription opioids. Fentanyl is also seen in its liquid form in nasal sprays, eye drops, and can be infused into pieces of candy. Over the last 10 years, America has found itself in a fentanyl crisis. Thousands of people die every year from overdosing on fentanyl, and it has been stated by the DEA that fentanyl is responsible for approximately 70% of the life lost due to overdose. What makes this drug so dangerous is that only 2 milligrams is considered a lethal dose by the CDC, which means it is very easy to accidentally take too much. Another factor that contributes to the danger of this drug is that it is commonly mixed with other illicit drugs, sometimes unknown to the buyer. This has caused the countless deaths of Americans who unknowingly ingested the drug and overdosed as a result. There have been many laws and regulations placed in the United States to combat this crisis. According to the NCSL in 2023, over 600 bills were presented related to fentanyl and 103 laws were enacted. One of these bills was to change fentanyl to a controlled substance, and there were also many others passed which increased penalties for possessing and selling or distributing the drug. The United States has tasked several different organizations with fighting the crisis at hand with fentanyl. Among these organizations are the CDC, the ONDCP, the SAMHSA, and the HRSA. The CDC, along with these other organizations, have come up with a strategy to reduce overdoses from fentanyl in the U.S. using 5 steps, which are monitoring, analyzing, and communicating trends, building state, tribal, local, and territorial capacity, supporting providers, health systems, payers, and employers, partnering with public safety and community organizations, and raising public awareness and reducing stigma. The CDC states that they plan to end this crisis by using data to better educate themselves, the public, and first responders on underlying causes that lead people to overdosing on fentanyl, the circumstances that surround overdose from fentanyl, and identifying specific substances that contribute to overdose deaths. Fentanyl is not only a problem in the United States but around the world. Many other countries, including China, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Germany, all have enacted laws to fight fentanyl. All of these countries have enacted similar laws that classify this drug as what the CDC would consider as a controlled substance. In each of these countries, you can be arrested and serve lengthy prison sentences for the possession or distribution of fentanyl. These countries who also combat fentanyl have their own organizations who fight to keep fentanyl out of their streets and communities, and the main force in these countries are their police departments and their narcotic task forces who work under them, such as the NNCC in China, the NCA in the United Kingdom, RCMP in Canada, the AFP in Australia, and the BKA in Germany. Along with these police task forces, other organizations also help by regulating the drugs, such as the NHC in China, Health Canada in Canada, the TGA in Australia, and the BFARM in Germany. The United States is currently still trying to get the fentanyl crisis under control, and with this, the United States has an opportunity to set a new standard around the world of how domestic drug crisis should be handled.